I'm Tyler.
I'm Brian.
Joining me again is my special guest, Brian.
I'm Brian.
Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm a man, 2 left hands, and I was born for one thing.
I figured something out about you by looking at the screen.
What's that?
Well,
I'm an ass. You didn't need this game to tell you that. You knew that.
Joke's on you, I win.
What are we playing today, Tyler?
If it wasn't obvious enough, then
An ass.
we're really bad then. But we're playing The Legend of Zelda. Majora's Mask. Majora's Flask.
Majora's Flask.
What should our name be?
Our name should be...
Just Link?
This is important.
Dink.
This means something.
Pink.
Dink. Always dink.
Okay, we'll be Dink.
Dink is always... The whole game is dink. Well...
Alright, well, Dink.
Well, this here game, Majora's Mask, the wonderful action-adventure game made from Nintendo.
Dude.
Back in the year 2000. Good year. Good year. The world didn't end, turns out, in 2000.
Y2K.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
It's a good.
I don't think it happened.
Yeah, back in 1999, if you don't know, people thought something was going to go crazy with all the world's electronics and computers because they didn't know how to process past,
Because that makes sense.
I don't know who put that idea in people's heads. Heads.
Our collection of heads.
I mean, what made
We are
them...
Legion.
For we are many.
Yeah.
Well, what made people think that was going to happen?
Just got religious real quick.
No.
Oh, well,
No, it did not.
This game here was released in the north of America on October 26th.
Right.
Good month. Good day.
It's a good day.
It's a good day.
It's one of my
October
favorites.
26th, yeah.
When did it come out in Japan?
April 27th. Just a terrible day. What a shitty day.
That's Chris's birthday.
Sorry, Chris. It's a bad day.
This is the worst day.
I'm sorry.
That's kind of cool.
That may or may not have anything to do with it.
How bad it is?
How bad it is.
How bad?
It's pretty bad.
What'd it be?
What'd it do?
What'd it do?
This lovely game is a sequel to Oot.
Is it?
It is. I checked. I double checked.
You're right. Because it starts out like we're doing here, going through the forest, the lost woods, and we're very lost.
We're pretty lost.
I mean, I'd say we're lost. I know I'm lost.
I mean, you know you're lost when that happens.
Yeah, that's the Skull Kid. He's our main antagonist.
Antagonist.
Right? Well, yeah, he's pretty much the main antagonist. He also says very important things.
It's not his fault.
No. He's got this magical mask or something. I don't know. Just something happens.
It may or may not be called Majora's Mask.
It is on the title screen. So I'm assuming that's Majora's Mask. Actually, I know it is. I've played this before many times. This is kind of like... I don't know. Did people like it when it came out? What was the game's reception?
The game's reception.
Like, I feel like it wasn't well received at first, and now it's kind of like a cult classic.
It sold... The first week sold 314,000 copies. Ultimately selling 3.36 million copies worldwide. So
That's
it's pretty good sales-wise, I
not
would
bad.
say. Especially 2000.
Not as good as Ocarina, obviously. I remember my dad played Ocarina. Like, that game just, like...
Has to be good for your dad to play.
It crosses the generational gap, let's just say that.
Yeah.
Like, everybody likes that game. Well, that's not true. A lot of people like that game, and it's beloved by many, and it's like...
Apparently IGN describes it as the Empire Strikes Back of Nintendo 64.
That's a pretty good comparison, because,
Yes.
Empire Strikes Back, looking back at it today, it's kind of, cheesy and not that great, but, for the time, it was awesome, and it still set a lot of, bars and boundaries, and...
Yeah, it was more intelligent and darker, apparently, according to this lovely wiki.
I get it.
So...
Okay, now I get to play, which is cool. I like playing games.
I don't believe you.
You don't have to believe me. It's a fact. Look it up on
We're
my...
being forced to do this against our will.
Oh yeah, our hands are tied to the controllers.
We're in a big white room.
It's true. But this is a game that I played as a kid. like I was saying, my dad played it, my brother played it, and I was stuck with like the Game Boy Zelda game. Like,
because you're not good enough.
well, the only one at the time I remember was Link's Awakening. Also, they added awesome flips.
Somehow, when being in the Lost Woods, he decided to be an acrobat.
That wasn't in freaking Ocarina.
I love how that's like the main gameplay difference.
He can flip.
He can flip.
Well, the main gameplay difference is the transformations, but like the main thing for Link,
the rabbit hole.
That's pretty much a direct parallel to Alice in Wonderland.
Except for Wonderland's a better place.
Well, I mean, not the Disney version, yeah, but like the original one is like terrifying.
That's true.
With the freaking, what's it called? What's the giant monster that's gonna eat people called?
Oh, I don't even know. It's not the Wabbajack, is it?
No, that's from Elder Scrolls. That's Sheogorath's staff.
Sheogorath!
It might be the Wabbajack.
I actually think it might be the Wabbajack.
I feel stupid.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, look it up. But, yeah, like I said, when this game came out, everybody played Ocarina, and then when this came out, they were like, everyone in my family didn't...
The Wabberjacky.
Oh, the Wabbajacky.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah, whatever works.
But everybody played Ocarina and didn't like this that much for whatever reason. I guess it was just a kind of...
It's evil as shit.
It is a big departure from Ocarina. I mean, it plays the same in like most ways. Link plays exactly the same, but as you'll see, you get different transformations and stuff that are completely different, making this one of the most versatile Links, I think. He's got all those transformations.
And this is terrifying.
Yeah, you get eaten by a giant Deku. It's terrifying.
A day in the life, Tyler.
Also, it is Deku.
It's not Deku.
I looked it up. I was curious.
Who knows? Who knows?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's Deku. The way it's spelled.
Fine.
But yeah.
I'm calling it Deku.
Well, this is a good game design-wise, I would say, for a lot of reasons. First off, you get to play as Link for a bit, and like, I guess they're assuming you played Ocarina.
That would be a good assumption.
Yeah, I think they kind of assume that you did, with this being a sequel and all. So you play as Link for a bit, and you're like, oh yeah, I get this. I played Ocarina, and then you start, and then you're stuck as a Deku, and like everything you knew is turned on its head. Like all these conventions that you knew from the last game.
Looking.
Yeah, he's depressed.
I'd be depressed if I was a Deku.
But yeah, here's your fairy companion, which is also kind of depressed. We're trying to.
Well, she's much more bitchy too than
Navi.
Navi.
I don't know. I kind of like her better. Maybe it's the color.
I like her better.
Maybe it's the coloration. She's got a personality. Navi was like basically just a navigator.
She was a fairy.
Yeah, but it's a living,
Is the
creature.
intention for there to be like a little creature underneath that ball of light?
I don't know. I feel
always
like it was
wondered that.
just they couldn't render something that looked like a fairy
That yeah.
small.
Yeah, because otherwise it looks like they're weird fairies. Like
yeah. Well, in the
they
previous
have the fairy fountain, you know, they have those weird mouths.
This is how the fairies looked in Ocarina too.
Yeah.
And before that, they looked like they just Peter Pan fairies.
Yeah, but
in like Link to
Wind
the
Waker
Past
too, they look like Peter Pan fairies.
Well, that could be a design choice as well. Because Wind Waker, I want to play that too on the show because I love that game.
That is a good one.
Maybe we can even
The
get
HD one.
Yeah, we can get the Wii U.
Yeah!
We can finally play the Wii U. Finally.
Finally have a reason.
But maybe that was just a design choice because Wind Waker was like a pretty big change aesthetically to Zelda. I love that game. It's like my favorite Zelda.
We just hate this one.
I love it. This is a close second if Wind Waker is my favorite. I don't know. I have to do some soul searching. But this one plays a lot more with like different camera angles and like as opposed to Ocarina. And then yeah, we're going to be drawing a lot of parallels to Ocarina while we play this. Obviously. But like it uses a lot more. I guess with the it's on the same console, but this required the expansion pack, right?
It did.
So you can kind of tell there's like different lighting and texture differences, just like slightly improved.
That and the time feature.
Yeah, and that's probably the main reason they needed the expansion, because you don't know now, but you've got like a 3-day time limit thing. It's not applied until later.
You're gonna die!
Oh, did I already die? Wow.
Well, that's the game, folks.
Alright, well, great. feel like a glass shrimp.
Glass shrimp.
That's a Jack White quote from a song. I forgot what it's called.
That didn't
Probably
matter.
glass shrimp. But yeah, parallels to Ocarina. And we both. Is this your favorite Zelda?
This is by far
By far?
my favorite Zelda game.
Well. Well then. Looks like
maybe
we got
maybe
some,
not by far. I don't know.
we got some bias here.
I don't know. I like Wind Waker too.
There's a lot of goodness
I like
to
them
pick
all.
from.
I just like them all.
Shut up, I'm going. Yeah, they're all really good. I'm trying to think of one I don't really like. Like, I grew up...
I don't like the DS ones.
Yeah, that's true. I don't like having to control myself with the
With a
stylus like that.
Yeah.
It's cool with the sword swipes, but... Oh my god! And then the creepiest song ever plays.
And the best one-liner
Oh yeah.
in Nintendo history.
And then the door closes behind you. See, they play with camera angles more, it seems.
Yeah.
Like, you're actually in control there, and then it moves when you start moving.
It's really green.
It is. It's like mossy.
I remember being that green.
Well, it is.
Okay.
So yeah, you're just in this weird freaking place.
There it is. There it is. Oh man.
He was such a like insignificant character in the last game.
I think he means more than the game lets on.
He definitely does. No, you're definitely right.
Yeah. There just seems to be a history that's unrevealed with the character.
He's like an interdimensional traveler.
Yeah. There's
Like-
something to that.
Well, this is Termina where
He's
we're
like a
in now.
Loki character almost.
Like a mischief maker.
Yeah.
Dude, I get that vibe. But like, he's like an interdimensional existence.
One more time, please.
He's like exist interdimensionally.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this Termina. We're in the land of Termina now, right?
We are indeed,
Okay.
which is
Which is-
almost Hyrule.
It's like a parallel Hyrule, and
Bunch
so
of parallels we're making, aren't we?
well, yeah, it's literally a parallel universe to Hyrule. So,
You're right. You're right.
but you know that means, and this is probably just a cop out to reuse assets that they didn't have time to remake. But that means there's a
it's a good, rehash. That's for sure.
yeah. I mean, they explain it in a way that's actually canon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't really.
Well, they use every character more wisely in this game than they
Yeah,
did in Ocarina.
the freaking Clock Town that we're in right now. There's so many side quests and so many little character things. It's awesome. Like, this place feels like a living, breathing community that's about to be destroyed.
To put some,
But
yeah, that's
just to
throw some weight above our heads there. It's,
literally.
uh,
Also, the freaking okay. If you don't know about the moon in Majora's Mask, then I don't know why you're still alive. How have you existed this far?
how dare you live?
But,
and
like-
not know about the moon.
Well, it doesn't even tell you to like freaking look up here, or like at all. Like it doesn't force you. And then if you do, just freaking
Holy!
the freaking moon just right there with a horrifying face. It's
I think he's handsome.
okay. Well, that's just your opinion. Also, there's this racist dog who doesn't like Deku's.
Why does he hate Deku so much?
I don't know. And if you're a Goron, he's scared of you. And if you're a Zora, he loves you. And if you're a human, he's indifferent. It's like a real
Why does he
dog.
love Zoras?
I don't know.
It's just like a real dog.
It's just a little thing they put in there, and it has nothing to do with anything.
Understandable.
Okay, so I'm in East Clock Town.
Does the code reset every time when you talk to that guy, that little kid?
What little kid?
You know when you have to like go to the
That little kid?
maybe to go to the secret base. Or is it
I
the same
think it's the
code
same
time?
every game. I think it changes per game.
per game, like per game.
Honestly, I never remember.
I never remember either. I wrote it down and it didn't work. I just remember that happening.
I think they change it up every time you play. It might be the same like every
Per cartridge,
playthrough.
maybe.
Maybe. I really don't know. That'd be an interesting fact to know.
Yeah.
But I love this. This is like the catchiest song ever. Like this soundtrack is just fantastic. Freaking I wake up to this song. Little flute at the beginning. And then this song plays. It's my alarm for work. I love it. Also, I haven't played this in a while, so I forgot how to get to North Clocktown. I thought that was it, but I'm guessing it's this way.
No, it's the other way. It is in that direction.
Oh, it's over here.
Yeah.
I just came from that way, didn't I? Okay, so you start facing north, I believe.
Yeah.
Just like, so this should be north. Let's hope.
You right.
Yeah,
that's
there.
north.
Okay. So there's Tingle.
Son bitch.
Oh my god. Tingle makes a lot of appearances in Zelda games after this one, but this was his first.
And I hate him each and every time.
Look at him. Look at that freaking Michael Bay, like, sun, like, I don't know.
That's some lens flare, man.
I get it. Like, it looks cool, but in real life, your eye doesn't have lens flare.
I wish.
Well, maybe it does. I don't know. Because you're blinded by the sun, so how would you tell? Okay, so we're going to the Great Fairy. And we got to put her back together so she teaches us how to spit.
I'm glad the fairies don't look like this that follow you around.
Yeah, these are kind of creepy. These are weird. I guess that means there's different races of fairies.
Yeah, I guess.
Great fairies.
Well, yeah.
And then those baby fairies, and then
Baby fairies.
our ball fairy.
Ball fairy. The
So-
best kind of fairy.
I think we have to wait till nighttime to,
No.
do we not? To get the fairy? I thought the fairy,
No, you go
Only came out
talk.
at
You just go talk to them. You have to go speak to them.
the fairy?
Yeah, the fairies, the plural fairies.
There's only one.
No.
Oh, I
No,
thought
you-
I just did. They just healed me.
Yeah,
And then-
you heal them. They heal you, but you have to talk to them.
Oh,
I think.
that's silly.
I think.
I was just A-ing through the dialogue, my bad. Or Bing. I don't know, the A button's blue. And the B button's green here. So, like, every convention I ever knew has been destroyed. Also, let's talk about the
Nintendo.
N64 controller.
The boomerang.
It's just... It's like Japanese people forgot we only have two hands. It's got this, like, third prong in the middle.
Just in case.
Okay, yeah, we just gotta find the fairy.
Yeah.
And then I'm, like, screen frozen here. See, I literally...
Yeah.
Just like frozen in halfway spin. Yeah, this is a... Okay, there's a lot of things that are different in this Zelda game. For one, there's only 4 dungeons. Right?
Yeah.
There's one in each cardinal direction, each represented by, like, a land formation. There's, like, the mountains, the canyons, the forest, and...
It's a good idea.
It is, it's cool. Like, in the last game, each dungeon represented, like, an element, right? Like the fire temple, the water temple.
Yeah, but I mean they got weird.
Yeah, like the spirit
and dark temple or something. Whatever.
Well, I consider that to be like the dark and the light temple,
Oh yeah.
which are
So that's
both
probably a good
elements
idea.
technically. I don't know. I just kind of draw parallels wherever I want.
Obviously.
But yeah, the fairy's supposed to be up there, and I think you have to wait till night.
I don't think so.
Well, it's supposed to be right here, bro.
I don't think there's a fairy up there, man.
That's totally where the
There's
fairy
a
is.
No, it's not. It's at the water. It's at
Brian.
the water. Tyler.
That's a different time.
No.
I'm telling you.
Go to it. Go to it right now.
All right, fine. I mean, I got time to kill anyway, if I'm right. Which I am.
You're not.
Just ring this bell first. I don't think I can. It's a Deku. He's too weak.
Little guy.
But yeah, the reason... I remember my dad picked up this game for us, because he liked Ocarina of Time, which I've said probably 3 times. It's just repeating myself. But he picked this up. I remember getting it for Christmas back in the day. And, like, he played the beginning and was a Deku for a while and got sick of it. And it just shows you, like, the different elements of the game. Like, you don't get your sword this whole time. You know? It's kind of like showing you that there's more than just fighting with your sword and adventuring around. Sometimes you're confined to one location for a long time, and sometimes you're not even Link.
Like now.
Like now. And this is kind of like it's like a tough love intro. It doesn't give you any indication that you're ever going to be Link again. You know, think about
Yeah.
that.
That's true.
Ha! What? Okay, I totally can't get that.
Yeah, you can.
How?
You just jump.
But I'll die.
No, you bounce on the water.
Okay. I swear there was only... Okay, there's one in that spot, and it's only at night. I'm telling you.
I want to believe you, Tyler.
But I really... Okay, maybe there's like multiple you can do.
I don't know, man. All I know is that completes the fairy.
Okay, well...
And then that porn star of a fairy appears.
Oh, God. And it's terrifying.
It's the scariest thing ever.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for it.
Whole head.
Okay, well, I need both my hands.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well...
Well, you wasted a day.
Not really. If I had waited till night,
That's true.
I guess this is gonna speed things along. I didn't know that. I'm not a speed runner, as you can tell from Metal Gear. Metal Gear speed run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You are a speedrunner.
Well,
Fantastic.
here we go.
God.
Uh,
This was the birds and the bees.
64 get bit. 64-bit polygonal
Boobies.
majesty. At least she's sitting in a conservative position.
That's rather conservative, I guess.
All right, well, give us some magic that allows us to spit bubbles.
Give me that magic sugar.
Oh my god. Oh my god, she's drugging me. Well, on that note, looks like a good place to end this episode.
What did we learn today, Tyler?
Well, we learned that spitting bubbles is only done with magic.
Always.
There is another fairy.
We didn't learn that yet.
We learned there's a fairy
There's always a fairy.
in the water.
We learned that ball fairies are the best.
We learned my dad played Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that was established.
We learned that I like to draw parallels from Ocarina of Time.
And just parallels in general.
And just parallels. I just like parallels. The word parallel. So,
say it again.
parallel.
Good.
Do you like it too?
It rolls off your tongue. Excellent.
Okay, well, I think we should end this right here, right now. Let's go.
Hey guys, this is Nat, editor and co-host here at Space Jump. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've been enjoying our videos. We have a steady stream of content coming out over the next several weeks, and would love to have you along for the ride. Take a look at some of our other videos if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll find something you like. If you like what you've seen, feel free to subscribe and give us a like. And from all of us here at Space Jump, welcome to heck.